Day, everyone. Ali is here from Safi Financial Network. Today is October 22nd, 2022. In this video, I'm going to go through the market sentiment specifically for S&P 500, and we are going to review different charts and different indicators to see where are we at based on the sentiment of the market. So the first chart that I want to show you is PCC, which is a put-call ratio. And put call ratio basically means the number of put option against the number of the call option for S&P 500. And basically, as you see here, we are closing there. This is a weekly chart. We are closing there last week on October 21st. And this means the number of people who are taking bearish is more than the number of people who are taking a call option. So right now we are at kind of like a point 95. Point 95 means we have more bearish sentiment rather than bullish sentiment still. But this when this index is coming down, this means the call option number is getting more and more. So it was there just a while ago, if you remember, a middle of the September, and sharp sell-off just happening. Just this is kind of contrary indicator. It is not a direct indicator. This means when we are at the top here, market is pretty fragile and sensitive to the downside. And when we are at the bottom right there, again, it depends on the trend line. But in this market situation, which is we are at the bear trend line or bearish trend line, so when we are getting to this area, this means the number of call option is very way over than put option. So when we are at a bearish trend line, this means market is very overbought and the sentiment is very positive. So it's a pretty good chance for a sharp sell-off. And sure enough, when we are getting there, the sell-off is coming to the market as well. So right now on Friday, a market just closed very nicely to the upside, and it seems like the bottom is there. So when bottom is there, this means we can have a rally. So let me just put a S&P 500 chart. Probably that's going to be easier to explain. All right, so this orange line is S&P 500, and as you see here, when we are top there in the market, this put call ratio just at very bottom here. So this means we are getting to the bearish call from the market, just because the number of the call option is huge, and people are very optimistic when we are at the top, and people are very pessimistic when we are at the bottom. So you can see when we were there, so we were kind of like a process of the bottoming formation, and when a price index is going higher and higher, probably getting there, this orange line is coming here, this line is coming down to over a sold condition. So when we are getting to the oversold condition, this means the dead cat bounce has been finished and market is topped for another sharp sell-off or correction. So that would be a good indicator if we see this trend line is breaking through to the downside and market continues rally next week as we expected, and as I post a video analysis for specifically S&P 500. If you haven't seen that, make sure see that. It is there in right up there. The link is there. And also, I'm just looking for this one is coming down and gives me another a good signal that market is pretty fragile and sensitive for another sharp sell-off, just because this one is going up and this one is coming down. So that would be a contrary indicator. All right. The next indicator that I want to show you is, this is very simple and public one, so you can find it easily, is fear and greed index. So this fear and greed index is telling us when market is very pessimistic and everyone is fearful and everyone is bearish, so this gauge is coming down there. So last week, I believe for some days, we were kind of like between 18 to 20. So we were extremely bearish. And market, when sentiment is extremely bearish, basically this means the bottom or at least the intermediate low is there. So fair enough, on Friday market had like a spike to the upside, a very good volume, and this gauge just pop up to the neutral position. And when we are getting to the greed or extreme greed, again we need to come along with price action. That would be a good area for rebalancing our portfolio and for take another short position. For now, we are just staying on the side. Even some people, some traders can get into a long position, which I have no problem, just because we have more room for the long position. Specifically next week, some earnings are coming for the big tech companies, and market is expecting earning is not that bad as expected. All right. So next chart that I want to review, or next indicator that I want to review with you, is AAII bull bear sentiment. So this is AAII a Bulber sentiment survey, and as you see here, this is a Wednesday by Wednesday, so it doesn't count market movement on Thursday and Friday as well. But as you see, as per Wednesday finishing, as 56% of the people are bearish for the next 6 months. So again, when you gather all this information and coming along with price action, you will see at the bottom, people are very fearful, people are very pessimist, and people are very bearish. So this means the bottom or intermediate bottom is there. And again, we are not relying on finding the bottom, but in bearish trend line, trend line based on the price action, we are relying on the top. So when this bullish sentiment is getting more and more, and probably 48 to 50%, this is a 1 year high, and when we are getting above a 38%, which is historical average, that would be great opportunity to see where are we at price action. So when price action is hitting to the resistance area, and this sentiment is very bullish, so probably we are at the peak and we are at the top for next sell-off. So keep an eye with those indicators along with a price action, and I'm gonna give you more analysis for the days and weeks following. And make sure that follow our channel, subscribe to our channel, smash the like button if you like the videos, and that's gonna be least support for us to coming along with this analysis. All right, the next video that I'm gonna prepare for Dixie, for gold, for natural gas, for oil in this week, and there are gonna be lots of fruitful analysis and charts will be there in that analysis as well. All right, have a good weekend. See you on the chart. Bye bye.